Halo, halo. I'm yours truly, Diva Lyri with UNA University, UNA Republic. Halo, everybody. All right, today, what are we talking about today? We're going into your vibratory frequency. We're going to talk about your vibratory frequency today and elevating your energy. Elevating your energy and frequency. Let's do it. I'm yours truly. Once again, Diva Lyri with the Diva Lyri and the UNA University and UNA Republic. Ephraim, Halo, User, Tracy, Halo, all my people in YouTube, my people in TikTok. Love you. Halo. We're going to get into this thing today. I'm excited to bring this topic to you. Let's do it. Yes, 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 yes. All right. All right, we're going to get into this thing today. I want to welcome everybody. This is January 21st, 2023. I want to remind you all, we do have a seminar coming up on the 22nd. You all want to be a part of that, how to keep your job from taking taxes from your check. We're going to get into it right now. Let's see if I can do this. Like the smooth DJ that I am. Hello, everybody. I'm yours truly, Diva Lyri. I want to welcome you once again. Uh, we're getting into it today about elevating your energy and your frequency. Elevating your energy and your frequency. Now, let me, again, how to keep your job from taking taxes from your check. You can go and enroll on UNAUniversity.com. There's a link. You click on that link or that button so that you can enroll. It'll say enroll when you find the seminar. Okay. This is only $50 or $49.99. That is it. All right. We're going to send you an extra penny back. Now, go and enroll. All right. Enroll on UNAUniversity.com. Click that link that says enroll now so that you can become a part of this seminar. Real briefly, let me tell you what it's about. It's going to show you what the process is for keeping your job from taking taxes from your wages. All right. It's going to show you the process. You're going to gain a lot of valuable information on what's going on. I'll get people to ask me, is it legal? Is it legal? Yes. What you should be asking is what they doing to you legal? No. We're going to make sure you understand the laws behind how it all works. So in this seminar, you're going to get a couple of things. I got a couple of gifts because I like to give gifts. Diva like to give gifts. So, okay. So now one of the gifts that you're going to get is the ability to review the session after the seminar. All right. We're going to give you that opportunity. That right there is $200-300 worth of gifts right there by itself. We're also going to give you a free seminar. It's a two-part seminar where you learn more about the trust process and how to protect yourself. All right. That right there, that's $3,000 alone. Now, you know how much it costs just to get into the university. You're looking at $5,000 per season. Okay. This is only $50. Why are we doing it? Because I love you. And I want to make sure you get this information. I understand that everybody can't afford what it costs to get into the university. So that 2-day seminar, or that two-part series rather, where you can get more information, more in detail information about what the trust process is very important to you. Now, watch this now. Okay, watch this. You're not going to get access to the law library. You're not going to get access to the university. You're not going to get access to the classes, but it's going to give you some really valuable information on the more important process of the trust and how to protect yourself. Okay. So you want to be a part of this seminar. If you're going, oh well, the money is $50. Find it. Go look under your couch, grab some pennies, put it together, get into the seminar. It's going to be on Sunday, the 22nd. It's only $50. Find it. Now, if you're talking about where the time, see, I ain't got the time, Diva, I don't know why I don't have that time because I got stuff to do. Okay, it's only 2 hours from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. If you can't find 2 hours to help protect yourself, then I don't know how to help. But if you want the help, it's only 2 hours. Okay, but Diva, I gotta go talk to my spouse because my spouse gotta say so in the house. You know what? Listen, you are a great person. And I know you only attract great people to you. And I know that whatever spouse you with, they want you to elevate because when you elevate, they elevate. So get into class because last I heard, slavery was over. So y'all want to come on and join this thing? This is amazing life or this amazing life of mine. Halo, welcome. So y'all get into the seminar and let's get it going so we can get you to the next level, help you learn how to protect yourself. Okay, now let's get into today's session. We are talking about elevating your energy and frequency. Thanos, let me see, the no nos Mrs. Halo. All right, I'm still hooked on phonics when I'm doing these, reading these names. I'm learning them. How to sign up for the seminar. Thank you, Lucy. Go to UNARepublic.com. UNARepublic.com. Scroll down to the session that says how to keep your job from taking taxes from your wages. Click on the button that says enroll. It's off to the right. Okay, off to the right. So go to the right and click on that button, enroll. Okay, make sure your email is in there so we can contact you and communicate with you. And you're welcome to send us a message here or send us a message at UNA University. You'll be able to send a message there so that we can make sure we get you logged in and send you the link for the Zoom meeting. All right, this will be on Zoom. Thanos Nemesis. Halo, Thanos Nemesis. All right, so now we're gonna get on this Mike Giles. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so let's get on this. Elevating your energy and frequency. What are we talking about here? Okay, so yesterday I did a session on why are you so angry? Why are you so mad? All right. And today I want to go in on frequency and the importance of maintaining a high frequency. To my people in TikTok, halo. To my people in YouTube, halo. I love you. Thank you for joining. All right. So, what are we dealing with here? One of the things we have to recognize is we are in a transition concerning this planet, and each of us individually, we're in a transition. And in this transition, it's important to make sure that we maintain a high vibratory frequency. That's important. If you will notice that things are happening much more rapidly, some of you all, you have thoughts, and the next thing you know, they manifest just like that. They're manifesting much more rapidly. Uh, that is a frequency. There is a spiritual shift going on. All right. These happens ever so often. As I do my research, it happened in the mid 1800s. In the mid 1800s, there was a lot of reports of like pink and purple skies and all kind of you know what we call coronas going on overhead. I got two of them on video. Like during that time, it was 2020, 2021. I caught two coronas. So those things were happening. They happen ever so often, and we're in such a shift right now where things are manifesting, speeding up, and so that anything you think, you need to be aware and cognizant of it because you're going to manifest whatever the thought is in your mind. This is very much real. So, what I'm talking about today is how we want to make sure we elevate our energy, okay, such that all of the things that we desire in our future are what we want, okay? That comes about because of the fact that we actually think it. Why is this important? Because some of us think things that we don't desire. And then we wonder how these things end up in our future. Lord, like, well, Lord, how I end up here? Lord, I don't want to be, because you thought it. Everything in your future comes from you. It comes from your mind. Everything. And so if you're wanting to, or you desire beauty in your future, then you better put it in your mind. That's what we're talking about today. You better put it in your mind, because everything you're allowing to go in your mind is a seed. Everything in your mind, it's a seed. And so what happens is we're putting these seeds in our mind. We don't even recognize their seeds. What are you watching on TV? What are you watching on YouTube and TikTok and all of these other social media platforms? What are you watching? What are you allowing to go in your mind? What are you focusing on? Who are you hanging around? What are you eating? All of that plays a role in what shows up in your future. All right. I want to go into some of the things that we do that we're not cognizant of that causes issues in our third dimension. This is our third dimension, but I need y'all to understand we're walking in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. And I go into these different dimensions in different seminars that you all can find on YouTube. All right. All of my people, much better with God. Halo, Essence, Floyd, Halo, thank you for joining. And by the way, if you all have any comments, I want you to leave them in the comment section. My people on YouTube, my people on TikTok, leave them in the comment section so we can get to them. I want to answer them. All right. So now, getting into this. All right. Making your energy stay positive. Okay, I need to talk to you all about contracts. Y'all know we deal with law here. And I need to talk to you about contracts. And remember that every time you open your mouth, you are spelling. Spelling as in casting a spell on your third dimension. Every time you open your mouth, what are you saying? I'm going to go to this. I spoke about this. When you say I am, that is a very powerful contract. Anything behind I am had better be positive. And some of you all are so used to beating yourself up and being negative about who you are, you don't even recognize that you are damning yourself every time you open your mouth. I need you to think about yourself as though you are your friend. You are your best friend. Why? Why do I need to think you to think about yourself? Is that because some of you all say things about yourself that if somebody said about your best friend, you'd beat them down. You would beat them down if they said about your best friend is a lame, a sucky person and they broke my, you would beat them down, somebody down for talking about your best friend like that. If somebody called your best friend the B word, you'd be ready to beat them down. But you ready to call yourself that and don't even recognize it. All right? You got to get into the habit of recognizing yourself as your best friend and not being willing to say negative things about your best friend. When you look in the mirror, you don't call your best friend the B word. You don't call your best friend the H word. When you love yourself, and every word behind I am will become positive. That's going to make a big impact on what your third dimension looks like, what you're calling yourself, what you're saying. Thank you, Essence. Thank you for joining. What do you say? If we want to change our third dimension, we got to write different contracts. All right. So now we're understanding. I am beautiful. I am bold. I am wise. I am knowledgeable. I am powerful. I am. Be careful when you say, oh, I'm Broke. You don't want to use that because we're not broke over here. We live in abundance. When you say I am, instead of saying you don't have the funds, say something like, oh, I'm working on it. And then you're going to get better at it to the point where you say, I'm going to get it. Then you'll be even better than that. Oh, I have it. Okay. We're going to learn how to change our contracts that we're writing with respect to our words. Another contract, as I move to this other topic that's very serious, a lot of people don't get and understand this, is when you're writing on social media. When they say, what's on your mind? What's on your mind, Sonia? What's on your mind, David? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? You need to understand that you're going to write a contract as soon as you start typing. What kind of contract are you writing? Is it a positive contract where you're saying something about what you desire in your future, or is it a negative contract where you're going off and you're saying negative words about people? You got to understand that is a contract, and when you put that contract out, that's what's got to show up in your future. It's important to recognize that it is a contract. And let me say this to you all, because one of the things is we think that social media is, oh, it's just them and they watching and them and they. Okay, yeah, but you got to understand that when we're talking about them and they, y'all might be talking about the governmental entities. You all might be talking about the people who are trying to watch everybody. Okay, but you got to recognize is that all of them come up under universal law. Every last one of them. Can't none of them do nothing without going through and being under universal laws. I'm going to put my laws up here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to put my laws up here because I need us to recognize something. I'm going to put it for YouTube, and let's see if we can do this right. I'm still trying to learn my little how to use my tools here, but I want to put this up. I'm putting up the hierarchy of law chart, all right? And because I want us to take a look at something. And you all in YouTube, you all won't be able to see what I'm pointing at, but check the screen so you can see what I'm pointing at with respect to these hierarchy of laws as I move to it. Now, I spoke about those who we think are watching and who are trying to affect everything and control us. I need you to understand something. They can't do anything without going through the universal laws. Now, I talk about the fact that we are all under a certain law. And I also go into how, one second, I just want to find this. Here we go. Okay. Universal laws. Or where did my chart go? All right, let me try it again. Okay, let's see if it'll stay up this time. All right, so we've got the hierarchy of law chart, universal laws. Now, I told you all when we talk about these so-called government, they down here at corporations. They all down here where you up here as a sovereign. When you understand who you are, then you start walking like the God that you are. But these people down here and you all have to come under here, universal laws. Now, when you know that you walk in with your God, whatever your God is, and everything is under the universal law, they can keep watching all they want to. Okay? What's important is that you recognize that the universe sees you. I'm going to say this again because this is very important. What you need to recognize is that the universe sees you. The universe recognizes everything that you're putting on this social media. And if y'all just think that they the only ones can see it, I need you to guess again. They're not the only ones that can see what you're putting out on the social media. The spirits hear you, they see you in everything you do. If they can see it, so can the universe. If these people down here can see it, so can the universe. Don't even worry about them. Worry about what kind of contracts you're writing and how it's affecting your own universe. This is very important. These are things that we don't get when we're typing and we're writing. So what am I talking about? If you're putting out negative energy where you're complaining or moaning and whatever you're saying, that's negative. You're talking about such and such, and you're constantly posting negative thoughts, that is affecting your future. It's affecting your third dimension. So we want to start being cognizant of what's on our mind. When you start typing out something, what's on your mind, make it be positive. Let it be positive, because if it's not, that's going to show up in your future. Everything you speak and say shows up in your future. All right? Why? Because we're creating contracts with our words. When you start typing, you're spelling, you're casting spells constantly. Hello, she so. And Thano says, yep, get that BS Corp name off you. Thank you, Thano. So now let me say this, all right? Because I want to get into uh, just making sure we recognize before I leave this, make sure we recognize that when we start typing, we're casting spells, we're creating our future. Understand that you are creating your future with your every word. So let's keep that in mind as we type, as we write, as we speak to our people that are watching us in our universe. I want to ask you guys, please, to like and share. Share this stream with someone else. My people in YouTube, thank you for joining. I want you to subscribe, become a subscriber with UNA, and you can find us at UNARepublic on YouTube. Okay, UNARepublic on TikTok. Thank y'all for joining. Y'all, please send me some messages if you have any questions, because I want to talk to you before I get out of here. If anybody has anything you want to say, any questions, any comments, I thank y'all for. I just peeped the eyebrow, the eye of Horus. Oh yeah, it's up there, the eye of Horus. All right, so now let's go into this. All right, and don't forget, uh, before I get out of here, don't forget to go and sign up or enroll for the seminar, How to Keep Your Job from Taking Taxes from Your Paycheck. Go on to unauniversity.com, scroll down to the seminar, and click on the link where it says enroll now. All right, and let's get you enrolled. It's going to be on Sunday, Sunday 22nd. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow. So y'all want to join it from 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. All right. So we're going to be talking about how to keep your job from taking your wages. And we're going to be dealing with making sure you know how to protect yourself under trust. Okay. I got a free gift with that seminar where you can get two courses, or the two-part course rather, to trust. Okay. That's for you. All right, now let's go into this. What I want to go into is protecting yourself from those who you're around. So what I want to encourage you to do is to be very protective of who you allow in your space. Okay? We're going to learn to be protective of who you allow in your space. Now, watch this. All right, for those of y'all in Facebook land, you're going to see this universal laws. Let's get it right here in TikTok. All right. I need to go into the universal laws because a lot of people don't understand that the people who are around them are there because you reflected them or you drew them to you. This is now dealing with the universal laws. All right. Now, one of the things about universal law is that there's a law of attraction. Let's see if we can find it right here. Law of attraction. This law right here is stating that everybody who's in your third dimension, you brought them there. You attracted them to you. All right. You attracted them with your energies, with your words. You manifested them. We need to get a full understanding of how important it is about what we're attracting to us. Blessed said, can't find you on YouTube. You should be able to find me under UNARepublic on YouTube, Blessed. Um, one second, let me see. And we should be running now live. So I hope to see you there. Okay, so recognizing this universal law of attraction. I've had people tell me, well, I don't believe in the law of attraction. I don't believe in that. You don't have to believe it. It's still a law. And it's very much real and in effect. So what does that mean? If you're attracting people who are negative, people who are dishonest, people who lie, then that is because they are your reflection. Let me see am I breaking up? Y'all let me know if I'm breaking up. Thanos says, say it again. Say what again, Thanos, so I can make sure. I think I'm breaking up. All right. So let's understand and recognize this. Oh, the name on YouTube, UNA Republic. We're UNARepublic on YouTube. All right. So when when you're speaking negative, then you are drawing those people. I'm gonna give you an example. One example that I have, and because I really don't like to do this, but when I start speaking about how you signed up to go to jail, like when people go to jail, they go to jail because they actually autographed. They said, okay, I agree. You agreed to go to prison. And so what happens is when I start saying that, then I get a lot of people who are in jail or been in jail, about to go to jail, or trying to avoid prison. They start reaching out to me. And I get all these people who, I mean, who I wouldn't be willing to help them even if they had the money. I wouldn't. Why? Because they've done things and they're just trying to avoid prison. And I had to start, Lord, what did I say to draw these people? But that's what happens when I start speaking them. They end up in my future because I have spoken to them and they have resonated with what I've said. It's the same thing with you. If you're bringing people, or when you're speaking, if you're speaking about certain things that are negative or whatever it is, those are the kind of people who you draw to you. So you have to be very careful about what you're saying. Be careful about how you're saying it, because again, all of this, every time you speak, every word you say is a spell, and those things become attracted to your universe. So what we want to do is just be aware of what we're saying. That's why I say, watch what you're posting on Facebook, because that's who you're going to draw. If you're wanting to draw people who are rich or what have you, then make sure you post things that reach out to those people. Because until you do that, you're going to continue to draw people who are not what you desire in your future. Now, with that being said, let's understand this. I said that you're drawing your reflection. Then if you want certain type of people to come into your dimension, you have to be that type of person. You have to be that. Be who you want to see. Be who you want to see. So once again, if you're drawing people who are constantly speaking on negativity, then change you. Because as soon as you change you, your whole universe has to change. As soon as you change you, your whole universe has to change. That's right, Craig. Think who you want to be. All right, so now, with that being said, I want to go into, and by the way, these universal laws and the hierarchy of laws, you can go pull them down from UNARepublic.com and /docs. You can find the link in the bio. You can find the link in the bio, UNARepublic.com /docs, DOCS. You can find the link in the bio. All right, so now let's get on this. I want to go into our vibratory frequency. Okay, there's a chart. You should be able to find the vibratory frequency chart in that folder as well. I want to go into our vibratory frequency and why it's important to keep our vibrations high. All right, let me get this up for you. There it is. All right. Vibratory frequency chart. Now, I tell y'all, if you are not above the 200 mark, you in the wrong place. You are in the wrong place. If you're not above 200, you really want to be up here in love. But if you down here talking about pride and anger and fear and grief and shame all the way down there, you in the wrong place. We gotta pick up our vibratory frequency. Why? Because remember, every thought you have, every feeling you have, every word you speak, it manifests. It manifests in your future. So if you're down here, then this is what you're bringing into your future. You got to get out of here. And the fastest way to get out of here is to go up here to acceptance. All right? You got to first be willing to accept. What am I talking about? So let's get some understanding to this so that it's not just it's esoteric information or it's mystical. We want to demystify this whole issue. All right. What I want you to understand is, and I want you to think about someone who's aggravated you in the recent past, the last person that aggravated you and upset you and angered you. There's a couple of things that went along with that energy that you received. Thank you, Beverly. What you have to recognize is that everybody in your dimension is only returning energies to you. They are only returning energies to you. So let's understand what I'm saying. The last person who upset you, I want you to think about it. Now, in 99.999% of the cases, if someone upsets you, it's because you had expectations. So once again, 99.999% of the time, if someone upsets you, it's because you had expectations. Lynn says that's not true either. Tell me what's not true so we can have a conversation about it, Lynn. All right. Now, if you have expectations, then that is not love. Having expectations is not love. Because when you love something or have love for something, you're going to allow it to be what it is. You're not trying to manipulate it, control it, or change it. You're letting it be what it is. Now, love also deals with self as well. If this thing that's in your universe doesn't fit in or make you happy, then you love yourself enough to let it go. You love yourself enough to let it go. That's love. Where you're not trying to control, manipulate, or change, you're letting it be what it is. And then if it doesn't fit within your realm of what makes you happy, you love yourself enough to let it go. Now, that's first thing, understanding what love is. Next, what you want to recognize is if somebody gave you an energy whereby they upset you or frustrated you, They were giving you an energy or returning an energy to you. What does that mean? Whatever they made you feel, you made somebody else feel. And I know this is hard because if you're not recognizing the universal laws, then it's going to be hard for you to see this. This is why I say those laws are important. When we start learning how to implement them into our lives and recognize them, you're going to see. Listen, I'm an oracle. I'm an oracle. And I say that because I know the law. When you know the law, you can see people's past and you can see the future. And I even have to be careful because when people come to me and they start speaking things, when they start saying things, and when I can see certain things like their offspring, what's going on around them, then I know what's going on in their mind. I know their Akashic record. I know their past. And so I have to be careful because, you have to ask permission. You have to get permission to be telling people about certain things or requesting information. You have to get permission because I don't want to be invading on anybody's privacy, but I can see. I can see when they think I can't see. This is why when people come to me, I have to tell them, listen, talk to me like you know I know, because I know. All right, getting back into this. When somebody delivers an energy to you or upsets you, you got to recognize that they are, again, returning an energy that you put out somewhere else. This is why it's important for us to remember what's coming out of our mouth. It's important for us to remember the things that we do, the things that the people who we hang around. Thank you, Ephraim, for the rose. Appreciate you. All right. So listen. All right, just getting on this and recognizing that, okay, they're delivering an energy to me. They are my reflection. You've got to be willing. Thank you, all the roses, Ephraim. You've got to be willing to say, hey, sit back. Where did I put this energy out to where this person is delivering an energy to me? Because as soon as you are willing to do that, you can come out of your anger. And remember, I'm just trying to get us from down here. When you're willing to accept this, like, okay, this person just aggravated me. First of all, do I have expectations of this person? What kind of expectations do I have? If I have expectations, then did I have love? I didn't have love. Okay. So, okay, I'm upset. I didn't have love. Now, they also gave me an energy, some kind of, let me give you an example because some of you all know what I'm talking about. Your children, you have children, they are your reflections, they're your twins. And if some of y'all are willing to sit back and look at the things that your children present to you today, you will recognize that they're doing the exact same thing to you that you did to your parents when you were that age. They are your reflections. Your children, they're your twins. So we got to keep that in mind when we're, dealing with people. And again, in this lower vibratory frequency, who just aggravated me to the extent where I'm down here in this area here? How do I turn that into love? I need to first of all recognize that they are my reflection and they're returning energies. I have to be willing to sit back and look at self and reflect. Where did I put that energy out? Okay. And so the other thing in being willing to accept that, then how do I turn it? How do I reason with them? Okay. So thank you for delivering that energy. We also have to be willing to forgive when somebody hurts us or upset us. Again, what is love? Love doesn't mean that you just allow them to keep doing things that are hurtful. That's not what it means. What it means is that I'm willing to forgive you. I'm willing to recognize what love is and why I'm even aggravated or upset or down here in this kind of vibratory frequency with you. And then I'm going to love myself enough to move away from that kind of energy. If you're bringing me that energy, I'm going to move away from it. I'm not going to allow you to continue to be in my universe and dimension and in my face and life, and you keeping me down here. Thank you, Beverly, for the rose. I'm not going to be down here. I'm going to turn everything into love. Love means, first of all, if you don't love nobody else, love yourself enough to move. That's first thing. Secondly, respect the fact that whoever it is in this dimension or in your dimension that's making you be causing you to be down here, they're returning an energy to you. Third, you want to be able to forgive. Recognize that they're returning an energy. And I have to tell my people, it's like this with my students and my clients, this: God, please, whatever I did to cause this energy to come upon me, I ask for forgiveness. And I forgive the one who brought the energy to me. I forgive them. When you do that, watch your universe change. Watch whatever the issue was with that person, whoever it was, it's going to go away. The universal laws are very powerful. When you know them and you know how to implement them, you again can start to mold your dimension into what you want it to look like. All right. Yes, Lynn, try that because it absolutely works. Again, the thing about it is when somebody upsets us, some people enjoy being down here on these lower frequencies. You got to come out of here. We're going to, as a matter of fact, I had to create another list because the only thing we're dealing with is up here above the 200s because this is where we like to be. We don't want to be down there because that's not going to be beneficial to helping us to create the third dimension and the future that we desire. It all comes from your mouth. You are magical. You are a magical being. This dimension, your universe is what you say it is. So this is why you got to be very careful. If you're around people who are saying negative things, like, I don't hear it a lot now because I have changed my language. But, I would hear people saying, I'm gonna just say it in my own words. Melanated people ain't gonna. I don't like to say it because I know how powerful I am. I know how powerful my words are, so I'm very careful about the words that I say, even when I'm using them as an example. But when you hear people saying melanated people ain't gonna be what, blah blah blah, okay? When you hear people saying that, you have just created a law. Your every word is a law. And if you're saying your people ain't going to be such and such, then that's exactly what's going to show up in your future. Watch it. Watch your mouth. Because when you say these things, you have created that third dimension. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people are not willing to change their language. They just think, my words don't mean nothing. Okay, God. Okay. When that shows up in your future, blame you and only you. Beverly, I appreciate the love, sister. Thank you so much. Ellison, thank you for joining. Lynn, thank you for the comments. And Thad. That's right, Lynn. The third eye is open. We are manifesting much faster. And so you've got to become more cognizant of who you are and what your power is. You are a very, very powerful being, and you are the one who creates everything in your third dimension. Make it be what you want it to be by changing your words. Beverly, I'm about to buy you dinner tonight. I'm about to buy Beverly dinner. Thank you for all the roses. All right. Once again, if you all have, hey there, 1023 Tony. Thank you for joining. All right. So listen, if you're wanting to truly control what's going on in your third dimension, change your words because your contracts is what's making your third dimension. And as we're going, as I say, I want to talk about this briefly and then I'm going to get out of here. Uh, Sunset Beach, if you're in the house, I'm about to get out of here. Let me know if there's something you want me to say. And you all put your comments down here if there's something you want me to speak on. I saw someone earlier said that's not true either. Let me know what that is so we can have a conversation about it. But I spoke about the fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension. Okay, fifth, sixth, seventh dimension. I'm going to do another session on that. I've done some before. You can find them on YouTube. And Beverly, I'm buying you dinner for tonight. Let me know what kind of pizza you like. I got it for you. All right. So put it in the inbox so I can get it. I'm buying you dinner. Um, so fifth, sixth, and seventh dimension. Fifth dimension. We're dealing with in the fifth dimension. What we're dealing with is your actions. All right, you controlling your actions. In the sixth dimension, that goes into you controlling your thought process, your vibratory frequency. This is what we're talking about in the fifth dimension. You got to control this. You got to control your actions first, meaning do you get up and do you say positive things? Look in the mirror and say, I love you. Do you exercise? Do you go out and enjoy the sun? Those kind of things. Those are your actions. What are you controlling? Are you making sure you're not drinking all the time? Are you making sure you're eating properly? Those things. That's that fifth dimension. You're controlling that. Sixth dimension is controlling your vibratory frequency. Seventh dimension is where you are controlling your beliefs. And I use that term because it's really controlling what you know. It's beyond belief. It's one thing to believe. I'm talking about knowing. So what am I saying? When you say to yourself, I've heard people say, we're not going to get to the point where people can live to 200 years old. I'm going to just use that as an example. Thank you, Lynn, for the love. I'm just going to use that as an example. When people say, we're not going to be able to see people to live for 200 years old. Okay, then you won't be able to see that. You definitely won't see it because you said, again, in your own words, your contract, that it won't happen. Then you're right. It won't happen for you. But for somebody else who knows that they'll see that, well, then that's what they're going to see because they've written that contract. Again, write the contract that you want to see. If you, I had somebody say to me, she was like, I'm gonna be buried in purple, and my casket is gonna be purple and white, and I'm gonna be this and that and that. And I said, okay, well, what does your contract look for your living, your life? What does that look like? Oh, I ain't thought about that. Wait a minute. You got all these plans for your death, but you haven't had plans for what your life looks like? I don't understand. So this is what I'm saying when I say make sure when you're creating your contracts, it is what you want to see in your future because whatever you speak, whatever you write, whatever you think or believe, that is what's going to show up in your third dimension. That's what it will be. So are you controlling your actions? That's that fifth dimension thing. Are you controlling your vibratory frequency? That's the sixth dimension thing. And are you controlling your belief system or what you know? That's the seventh dimension. All right. So we're talking about that. I want to thank you all for the love. You are practicing what you are preaching. That's right, crude off. I'm walking the walk. I'm talking the talk. Yes, I am. All right. Jib Rio Mari. Thank you so much for the love. Beverly says, I'm eating those words. I know that's right. That's a meal, Beverly. We're gonna have a meal of positivity and beauty. Um, Thank you all for joining. 102 Ephraim. Ellison, thank you for joining. And Lynn once again says her third eye is open. Ephraim says forgive but not forgive. All right, so let me get on that. Forgive but not forgive. Okay, forgive. And so for those of y'all who are just joining us, when we're saying forgive, we're saying to let go of the bad energy because you don't want to hold on to it. Releasing the bad energy is a gift, as they say, to yourself. All right, release the bad energy when someone has done something that has hurt you or that is negative. Release the bad energy. Now, forgive them. But at the same time, I go back up here to love. Love doesn't just mean that you uh, allow them to continue to do it to you. That's not what love means. Love means you love yourself enough to move away from that situation so that it doesn't happen again. So you forgive, and then you put yourself in a situation by removing yourself so that it doesn't happen again. That's what we're saying. Forgive, but do not allow that energy to come upon you again. And you can do that. Let me say this too, because a lot of times there will be situations where, for example, women will continue, it's not even, it's women and men, will continue to do certain things that causes the energy to continue to come upon them. They don't recognize that they are causing the energy in the first place. I need to go to this because I need to go back to the universal laws. Law of attraction. This is important. Law of attraction. If you are constantly putting out negative energies, you can't help but to receive negative energies. That's how the universe works. That's part of the universal laws. The premise, the main principle of universal laws is whatever energy you put out must come back. And if everything you're putting out is negative, then that's all that the universe can return to you. So if you're wanting positive energy, make sure you put it out. Because everything is about, listen, I'm going to go into this. The universe is a bank with universal currency. All right. And when you deposit positive currency or positive energy into the universe is going to return that back to you. But if you put negative energy into your universe, that's the only thing the universe can return to you. So if you are someone who constantly goes around and you're cursing people out and you're hurting people's feelings and you're being disrespectful or you're stealing from people or you're doing whatever you think you big and bad enough to do, the only thing the universe can return to you is that which you put out, and you're going to be attracted via the law of compensation, excuse me, law of attraction rather. Right here, you're going to be attracting that which you have put out. So just be careful about everything that you're speaking and saying and doing. Again, controlling in your fifth dimension, your actions, controlling in your sixth dimension, your vibratory frequency, and controlling in your seventh dimension, what you know, your belief system. All right. So I'm putting this up for I'm putting that back up for my people in YouTube. All right. Now, thank you, Ellison. And thank you, Lynn, once again for the flowers. Who I'm buying some who did I say? Who just gave me 1,000,000 roses? Whoever that was, I'm buying you dinner. I see y'all put all these roses up. Y'all want dinner too? Hold on. Somebody gave me a lot of roses, and I gotta thank that sister. Um, I think that was Beverly. All right, let me see what other comments before I get out of here. Let me see. Okay, so whatever if everyone around you are negative, but you're positive. Lynn, that's not how it works. That's not how this game works. You right here, you're attracting them. If they are around you and they are negative, you got to move yourself and then you got to change your energy. Now, let me say this, Lynn, because sometimes I'm going to tell you, being that as long as I've been dealing with the law, and especially dealing with the spiritual side of this game, what I find is that a lot of people have a hard time recognizing their own energies. We got to be honest about who we are. We got to be willing to be honest about who we are and the energies we're putting out. That's very important, Lynn, because when you're honest with yourself, then you're going to be able to clean up a lot of mess that's around you. But if you're not honest, then you can't get rid of these people. So what you want to do, Lynn, is be willing to sit down in your quiet space, and I mean quiet. And because listen, we got all kind of spirits within us. We got you know that voice that's quiet, and then you got the loud voices. They deal with the flesh. The loud voice be like, "Girl, this ain't gonna work. We can't do this. That's too hard. Ain't nobody got time for all that. I don't feel like dealing with him. No, we ain't gonna go over here and do this because I ain't got time to be over there because I want to be over here, honey. Because I want to be fresh over here. I want to be fly. That's the loud flesh voices. But the spiritual voice is very quiet, and you cannot hear it unless you are willing to sit down and let it speak to you. Ask it questions because that voice speaks back. But you can't hear it when you got all these other voices that are so loud and talking. But the one that's going to guide you in righteousness, that one, you got to be quiet and let that one speak. All right. And when it speaks to you, what you're going to hear is the truth. And you want to be honest and truthful with yourself because when you do, then you can change yourself. And as soon as you change you, Lynn, all those negative people, they have to leave. They're not going to be vibrating high enough to be in your circle, in your presence. They're not going to be able to take it. So if you have a lot of negative people around you, you need to sit down and check yourself because you are only reflecting them. And that might mean that it might be time for you to move. Your spirit might say, and you got to be willing to do what the spirit say. And the spirit say, you got to leave here, Lynn. You got to change jobs, Lynn. You got to just quit the job and let us figure it out, Lynn. You got to be willing to move when the spirits tell you to move. I can't tell you how many hard-headed people I've met. Spirits done made them lose their job, made them have a heart attack, made them have all kind of stuff. And then they still keep going back to the same thing. They're hard-headed. Don't be hard-headed. When the spirits talk, listen. And then move. And everything in your dimension will work out the way you desire it to be. All right. So I'm going to get out of here. I want to say thank you all for joining. Don't forget, all right, we have the seminar tomorrow. It's going to be from 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. I want you to join that seminar. How to keep your job from taking taxes from your paycheck. Go to UNA University. Scroll down to the seminar. Click on that link that says enroll and get enrolled. So we can send you that link, get enrolled, so we can send you the link so you can become a part of the seminar. And if you have any problems getting into the seminar, I want you to send a message here to UNARepublic, or you can click on the link to send a message on UNA University. Okay, so y'all, what is it about? How to keep your job from taking taxes from your paycheck. All right. That's going to show you step by step. We're going to walk you through what you have to do. And you're going to, the free gift, well, one of them is that you're going to be able to access that link to the seminar. Okay. That is $200 to $300 right there. You're also going to get a free gift where we give you a 2-part session All right. It's a free session where you're going to be able to, it's going to give you more information about trust and how to protect yourself under trust. Okay. So you want to be there at the seminar. It's only $50. If y'all be like, oh, it's the money. How much? Cause see, I ain't got that kind of money, Diva. It's only $50. Find it. Get it. Actually, it's $49.99. Find it. Get it. Get in the seminar. All right. And so that's going to be the 2 day, like I said, 2 hour seminar. So if you're saying, well, I ain't got time, Diva. I be busy. I'm a busy woman. I got, okay. It's 2 hours, 6 to 8, 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. 2 hours. So that you can learn how to protect yourself. And oh, yeah, I got to get my spouse, Diva. Okay. Your spouse need to be ready to be progressive like you ready to progress to another level. All right. When about what? Carletta, when about what? What is the question? Uh Anubis, you want to get into this, Beverly. Uh so what you want to do is to go there and enroll so we can get you in it. All right. You're going to have access to the seminar afterwards. You're going to have access to a free session that deals with how that 2-part series about how to put yourself under trust. All right. With that seminar, let me help you understand. No, you're not going to get access to the law library. You're not going to get access to the forums. You're not going to get access to the university, but you will gain knowledge about what's going on. And if you want to do it yourself, you'll be able to do it yourself if you're willing to do the research. If not, get ready to join and enroll in the university. Okay. So I got that for you because I love you. I love you. UNARepublic.com. UNARepublic.com. All right. Scroll down to the section that says how to keep your job from taking taxes from your check. And there's a link that says enroll now. Click on it. Click on it and enroll. If you have any problems, there's another link there that you can send us an email. And then we're going to make sure we get you enrolled. We get you the link. This is this is an online seminar, okay? I really do want you to know I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. And then I'm going to see you all in class tomorrow. Please, 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 and please, 1 second. Is my volume up? Here we go. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. So please, 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 please be in the class. See y'all in class tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. We got a lot of goodies for you. It's a lot of information. I want you to go to the next level. We building, ladies and gentlemen. We are building. Let's do it. If you have any questions or comments, I want you to go to the link on UNA University. Send a message so we can get you in the class. I love you. I'm out. Diva Lyri. Peace. Bye-bye. Yes, yes, yes.